only got a few seconds to say this, man. Look, they don't like this. They don't like this at all. And you need to prove that this is what the people need. We ain't going for none of that sucker. You know what I'm talking about? So go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button. Your boy streams on Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays around 10 p.m. Eastern time. Hey, somebody come and go ahead and hit the button, notification bell. I told y'all, YouTube loves me. This is the second week in a row. I'm gonna keep on going as long as they love me. But hey, gaming news has been a little tough because y'all know what's getting ready to happen in June. Them conference game fest. But hey, I do got some rumors, a little leak, a little inside, and some Cyberpunk. Is the inside. That be at the end though. Let's go. First up is Microsoft, and this one you probably didn't heard before, but now it seems like there's a little bit more evidence leading towards it, and it had people having a conversation about Microsoft and its storefront and how things is going to be integrated, and that is mainly because of Steam. Now, I know I have said this before. I always wanted this, but I'm going to sit here and talk about it for a quick second, not too goddamn long. This leaker sat there and started talking about information that was posted that Microsoft has just officially added Steam application to the support software for its devices. The application can be found under the name Steam Development Beta and is only available for certain employees and people who support and develop things for Microsoft. Also, this person I'm gonna show, as you see on the screen probably right now, is a list of other things that is supposed to be integrated with the Xbox for the future. So we're supposed to have Steam Epic integration. It's supposed to be a Windows shell, pretty much making this a PC without all the extra stuff onto it, and Xbox emulator on PC, backwards compatibility as always, and then they're gonna evolve Game Pass. Hey, y'all can read it, take it what you want to take it, how you want to take it, grain of salt or whatever you like to take it. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say nothing else explicit. Why? Because YouTube loves me. Next, Arc Raiders. If this is true, this is the biggest leak of the year because this is the most anticipated game of the year because it pretty much pushed Marathon out the way and GTA got pushed back to next year. So there was a cracker, leaker, a cold reader, whatever you want to call them. A Steam update for the game lasting 9 minutes yesterday added a new exe file. When opened, it displayed a window base 64 strings. One decoded string links to a countdown website. I will give y'all the actual post so that way you can go and click the link and you can see the countdown. And the countdown is ending June the 6th, 2025 at 11 p.m. Coincidence with Summer Game Fest. That is when Summer Game Fest is, y'all. This company did the finals, and when they did the finals, they did the exact same thing. If it's hot and ready, like Little Caesars, they're gonna drop it on you. $5, Buster. You know what I'm talking about? So I believe they're gonna do the same thing. The game was already running great during the alpha, beta, the play test, whatever, all them tests seemed like it was running great. What's better than drop the most anticipated game on the most important day of the year for gaming? And that's at these conferences. So if they drop this thing like it's hot, like Snoop, I'm all on it. Snoop. Next, Battlefield. For those that is a little curious about Battlefield, for those who really don't care about Battlefield, but you just hoping for it to fail, I guess, whatever. From May the 23rd to 26th, a 72-hour stress test is going to happen to perform a little test on the server and stuff like that. But also they got a little other things in mind too that one of the devs wanted to talk on, and that's Battlefield divides class system into two categories. In other words, what they said in the video, which I'm probably going to show, is that they don't believe that you should be good with all guns in all classes. So sniper class, of course he's good with a sniper, but then you give him a sub or something, he might not be good with it. You know, they've done that before. So the class system is divided and customizable in class defining components. The devs explains how it works to customize, you know what, I just play the video. Here you go.
I think it's a key thing to make classes not be great at everything. That has been the recipe for this in the past. And we're looking at most games of the past, actually, when it comes to class identity, to try and make sure we can get 4 classes that hit the mark and that stand the test of time. We have flip-flopped back and forth quite a lot in our previous history, and we want to find something we can stick to.
Next, Cyberpunk, the sequel. So, here is Mike Pondsmith. Mike Pondsmith, if you don't know who he is, role player, board, and video game designer. He is behind a lot of the show stuff. He's the designer. He's the guy to talk to. And he has an interview, and you're going to watch it to sit here and talk about the sequel and some things that he approves when it comes to the new Cyberpunk game. Here you go.
And in our cosmology, one reason he left was he got real pregnant. And so, basically there's all this back history. And then when Alt gets kidnapped, he goes to his old girlfriend that he left who was pregnant and says, I need you to help me rescue my current girlfriend. I'm going, oh, wow, Johnny, But it's very Johnny. So, yeah, there were things that surprised me. But overall, if I look at the project, I go, yeah, there's really not a lot that I have any problem with, and a lot of the changes I understand because they're actually pretty good.
Okay, so since we have to wrap up, I have one last question, because today during the talk at Digital Dragons, you also mentioned this big partnership, and you talked in detail how you work with CDPR, just like we're talking right now.
Yeah.
So obviously they are working on Orion, but are you as involved in Orion as you were with 2077?
Probably not as much, but that's partially because, one, I have somebody to help me. We have a designer on our crew, and Jay is the guy. He talks to the CD Projekt guys as much as I do. He talks to Patrick every week. So that frees me up to do a lot of other things. And one of the things that happened was I ended up being the person who inherited Witcher when Cody, who is the designer for Witcher, went over to Shadowscar, which is his current new project. So I'm not as involved directly, but I see the scripts. I see, last week I was wandering around talking to different departments and seeing what they had. Like, oh look, this is the new cyberware. What do you think? Yeah, that's pretty good. That works here. Or I spent a lot of time talking to one of the environment guys, and he was explaining how the new place in Orion, because there's another city we visit. I'm not telling you any more than that, but there's another city we visit, and Night City's still there. But I remember looking at it and going, yeah, I understand the feel that you're going for this, and this really does work. And it doesn't feel like Blade Runner. It feels more like Chicago gone wrong. And I said, yeah, I can see, this working. So, it's not like every day, although, Patrick and I talk a bit. We talk less than we used to do because he's got twins and has no time at all. But I know what's going on pretty much most of the time, and what I don't know, I go to Jay and I say, so Jay, what are you planning to do here? So like he's working on Night City 2045, and he talks to Patrick and the other teams to make sure that 45 ends up being Night City in 77 and beyond. And then, he and I go over stuff, and I go, well, yeah, you want to do what? Yeah, okay, we can do that.
Okay,